I tell you gonna feel some shit you ain't felt?
In boxing, some rivalries are destined to go down in history, not just for the punches thrown in the ring but for the drama that unfolds outside it. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, a rivalry that has simmered since their first clash.
I'ma beat you. I'm reading everything. You soft. I already know you whack now. The dad can't talk for you. The dad can't save you.
Everybody know you really whack. Nigga, you're whack.
I'm up with something
You're
better,
whack.
bro.
No, you're whack.
Hit me, bro. That was whack.
Okay,
That was whack. You soft, bro. You soft.
I've
You
never
soft.
been soft.
Soft.
I've never been soft.
We seen that video when Tank beat your ass.
Okay.
Floyd showed me he had your ass.
I beat the shit out of Tank.
Oh, stop. I seen the video. Remember that? I seen the video. I seen the video. You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit.
Captures this perfectly. But what's really going on behind the scenes? Why is this rematch so elusive? And what does it mean for the future of both fighters? Join us as we dive into the most compelling boxing feud of recent times. The story of Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney isn't just about two fighters. It's about two journeys that were always meant to collide.
Honestly, I'm not too interested in it. During the build-up, we've seen a lot of interesting things from him. We've seen his character. We've seen the guy cheat. I never fought, and a guy has been that much better than me. I've never been overmatched like that, and I've been in there with the best fighters in the world. I don't see myself ever, getting back in the ring.
Born just a few months apart, their paths to boxing glory were marked by talent, hard work, and a natural rivalry. While Garcia was amassing millions of followers with his explosive knockouts and social media presence, Haney was quietly building a reputation as a disciplined tactician.
Thank you, Jesus. 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 Jesus is King, King of Kings, King of Kings. No, okay, he is the...
Garcia's flashy style and quick knockouts contrasted sharply with Haney's methodical approach, leading to early speculation about how they would fare against each other in the pros. Even before they turned pro, there was a sense that these two were destined to meet. They fought in the same circles, and there was always a question of who would come out on top.
Everybody, I'm just here to show you I didn't miss a beat. Watch this. Jab first.
Garcia's speed and power versus Haney's precision and ring IQ. It was the classic clash of styles that boxing fans love. As their careers progressed, the tension between Garcia and Haney grew. Fans and pundits alike were eager to see these two young lions square off in the ring. The build-up was intense, with both fighters exchanging verbal jabs long before the first bell rang.
I tell you gonna feel some shit you ain't felt?
But beneath the trash talk was a deep respect for each other's skills, a respect that would only be tested on fight night. The promotional efforts for the Garcia versus Haney fight were nothing short of spectacular. Both fighters understood the importance of building a narrative, and they used every platform available to them. Garcia, with his massive social media following, leveraged his Instagram and TikTok accounts to engage with fans, often posting training clips and calling out Haney directly.
Go. Slow down. Let's go. Slow down.
Haney, on the other hand, focused on traditional media, giving interviews where he confidently stated that Garcia had never faced a boxer of his caliber. The build-up to the Garcia versus Haney fight was one of the most exciting in recent years. Both fighters understood that this was more than just a fight, it was a chance to define their legacy. The way they marketed the fight, both on social media and through traditional channels, created an atmosphere of anticipation that few other matchups could match. The night of the fight was electric. The arena buzzed with anticipation as fans debated who would emerge victorious. As the fight unfolded, It was clear that this was a battle of not just physical strength but also mental fortitude. Ryan Garcia, with his explosive combinations, sought to overwhelm Haney. Meanwhile, Haney, ever the strategist, tried to outmaneuver Garcia, looking for openings to exploit. From the opening bell, Garcia set the pace, using his speed and power to put Haney on the defensive. However, Haney's composure and tactical awareness allowed him to weather the storm. By the middle rounds, it became a chess match, with both fighters looking for opportunities to land a decisive blow. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, as each round brought new twists and turns. Garcia came out aggressive, looking to end the fight early, but Haney's defense was on point. He managed to nullify much of Garcia's power, but couldn't quite take control of the fight. It was a tactical chess match, with both fighters having their moments. When the final bell rang, Ryan Garcia was declared the winner.
Just get my mind going, feel me? I'm just kidding. Man, can't you guys take a joke, man?
But the left hands, the ones you land on Devin, how much did that change the fight in the middle, the first one that knocked him down?
Oh, yeah, I just knew I had control after that. It's hard to recover from big shots. And, you know, maybe my conditioning wasn't my best, but, you know, at the end of the day, I got the job done.
But the controversy was far from over. Devin Haney and his team immediately cried foul, claiming that Garcia's win was tainted by unfair advantages. From allegations of weight manipulation to accusations of steroid use, the Haney camp pulled no punches in their post-fight remarks. Bill Haney, Devin's father, was particularly vocal, questioning the legitimacy of the fight and suggesting that the result was influenced by factors outside the ring. These claims were met with swift denials from Garcia, who maintained that his victory was fair and square. The boxing world was abuzz with debate, as fans and analysts took sides in the controversy. The accusations from Haney's camp added a layer of complexity to the rivalry. Whether or not there was any truth to the claims, the controversy kept the story alive and ensured that fans would continue to be invested in the outcome. It also set the stage for what many hoped would be an inevitable rematch. With tensions high, talk of a rematch quickly gained traction.
Who you got?
I got Haney.
I think so too, but again, as you talk about that hook,
Yeah, it takes
I'll take one from Garcia, and we've seen that, so.
That's the cool thing about the sport, though.
Yeah.
It's like you have one mental slip, you're not ready for one little thing, and that's it. You don't get second chances like you do in basketball, football.
No, I missed that
It's
shot.
like-
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll run it back.
Run it back.
Fans wanted to see these two go at it again, this time with no questions left unanswered. But as negotiations dragged on, it became clear that a second fight might not happen. Ryan Garcia, confident in his victory, saw little reason to give Haney another shot, while the Haney camp appeared more focused on addressing the perceived injustices of the first fight. Behind the scenes, negotiations for a rematch were fraught with challenges. Both fighters had their own demands, and the business side of boxing made it difficult to reach an agreement. Garcia's team wanted to capitalize on his rising star power by pursuing bigger fights, while Haney's camp insisted on a rematch to clear his name. The result was a stalemate that left fans frustrated and the rivalry unresolved. From a business perspective, a rematch made sense. It would have been a huge draw. But for Garcia, there was little incentive. He felt he'd already proved himself. For Haney, the rematch was about redemption, but without Garcia's buy-in, it was a non-starter. With a rematch off the table, the rivalry shifted from the ring to social media. Both fighters took to their platforms to continue the war of words, each trying to outdo the other with clever jabs and bold declarations. Their followers joined in, creating a digital battlefield where the fight never ended. Garcia, known for his savvy use of social media, often posted training videos with captions aimed at Haney.
Go. Slow down. Let's go. Slow down.
Suggesting that he was moving on to bigger and better things. Haney, not one to back down, responded with his own posts. Often accompanied by video clips of their first fight, claiming that the true story had yet to be told. The back and forth kept fans engaged, with many speculating that the feud was more about staying relevant than settling a score. Social media played a huge role in keeping this rivalry alive. Even without a rematch, both fighters managed to stay in the spotlight by engaging with their fans online. It became less about the fight itself and more about who could win the narrative. In the modern era of boxing, that's almost as important as what happens in the ring. Boxing is a sport built on rivalries. Ali versus Frazier,
landing more clean shots. By Manny getting through. So far, Marquez really
allowing Marquez to time him. Because if he...
he drops cut. We got us to fight this time, folks, as if we...
Leonard versus Duran, Tyson versus Holyfield. The Garcia versus Haney rivalry may not have reached those heights, but it has its own place in the annals of boxing history. It represents a new era of the sport, where the fight is just one part of a larger story that plays out across multiple platforms. The Garcia versus Haney feud is emblematic of the modern boxing landscape, where social media and branding are just as important as skill and strategy. It's a rivalry that, in many ways, reflects the changing nature of the sport, a shift from traditional narratives to a more dynamic, multi-platform experience. Whether or not they ever meet in the ring again, their rivalry will be remembered as a defining moment of this era. In the digital age, the lines between sport, entertainment, and business have blurred. The Garcia versus Haney rivalry is a prime example of this. It's not just about who wins or loses. It's about who can tell the best story, who can engage the most fans, and who can keep the conversation going. In that sense, both fighters have already won. As Ryan Garcia continues to climb the ranks of the lightweight division, the question on everyone's mind is, what's next? With his star power at an all-time high, Garcia has a wealth of options ahead of him. From potential super fights with the likes of Gervonta Davis and Teofimo Lopez to the possibility of moving up in weight, Garcia's future is as bright as it is uncertain. Garcia's recent victories have solidified his status as one of the top contenders in the division, but with great power comes great responsibility. The pressure to maintain his winning streak is immense, and every decision he makes will be scrutinized by fans and critics alike. Will he continue to rise, or will the weight of expectations prove too much? Only time will tell. Garcia is at a crossroads in his career. He's proven he can compete with the best, but now he needs to decide whether to take on the toughest challenges or continue building his brand with high-profile, but perhaps less risky, fights. His next few moves will define his legacy. For Devin Haney, the path forward is equally challenging. After his controversial loss to Garcia, Haney has been on a mission to prove that he's still one of the top fighters in the lightweight division. With a record that speaks for itself, Haney's talent is undeniable, but the shadow of his rivalry with Garcia continues to loom large. Haney has made it clear that he's not done with Garcia, but in the meantime, he's focused on securing his legacy through other high-stakes matchups. Whether it's a rematch with a former opponent or a fresh challenge, Haney is determined to show the world that he's more than just the other guy in the Garcia rivalry. Haney's career is at a critical juncture. He needs to not only win but do so in a way that reminds everyone why he was considered one of the brightest prospects in the sport. The key for Haney will be to stay focused on his goals and not get too caught up in the Garcia rivalry, which could distract him from the bigger picture. In the end, the true judges of this rivalry are the fans. Boxing enthusiasts are some of the most passionate in all of sports, and the Garcia versus Haney rivalry has sparked intense debate. From heated discussions on forums to fan-made videos analyzing every aspect of their fight, the community remains divided. But one thing is clear, everyone has an opinion. Some fans believe Garcia has nothing left to prove, while others argue that Haney deserves his shot at redemption. The debate continues to rage on, proving that this rivalry, even without a rematch, has left a lasting impact on the boxing world. The fans are as divided as ever. For some, Garcia's victory was definitive. For others, it only raised more questions. What's clear is that this rivalry has captured the imagination of the boxing community, and its legacy will be debated for years to come. As Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney continue their careers, the question remains, will they ever meet in the ring again? Or has their rivalry already run its course? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, both fighters have left an indelible mark on the sport, and their paths will be watched closely by fans and critics alike. Whether it's in the form of a rematch or through their respective journeys, Garcia and Haney are two fighters who will always be linked in the minds of boxing fans. Their rivalry has transcended the sport, becoming a story that goes beyond the ring, a story of pride, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. What do you think? Should Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney settle their score once and for all? Or is it time for both fighters to move on? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth boxing news and analysis. This is Boxing Today, bringing you the stories that keep the ring alive. Check out our other videos on the biggest rivalries in boxing, and stay tuned for more updates on the world of combat sports.